Welcome to Gray Overload. I'm Anthony, and let's talk a little bit about how and when you will receive Windows updates. Microsoft released some information about how Windows is updated and what updates you can expect to happen. Now, I'm going to be focusing on Windows 10 here, and for most people, you should never have to click check for updates or go seek them. It should automatically happen. And I hope that they are very reliable and when they do happen. Now, Microsoft hasn't had a great track record, so that's why there's little qualifiers with this of, hopefully they're good. But overall, the program to not actually go out and seek them is the best if you want to make sure that your computer should not have an issue. Now, let's start off with the first release of the month, which is Patch Tuesday, and that's what Microsoft calls the B release. And the B release is the second Tuesday of the month at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And this is going to be your Windows fixes, your security updates, and that patch that gets updated by your computer. Now, like I said, you don't have to actually go to Windows Update and click check for updates. Your computer should automatically go out and grab them. And that's the easiest way to do it. If you want and you're an advanced user and somebody that's seeking in a corporation, go out and click check for updates and go grab them. But hopefully that's the best. I think that's going to be actually the best update for most users of just letting the computer update so that they just get it from Microsoft. So if there is a problem, Microsoft can pull back before it is actually released to your computer. Because we know how some of the updates have been here the last couple months, last year, not always reliable. And then you have the C and D releases, and these are the third and fourth week respectively that they get released. And I'm going to read this. These are validated production quality optional releases. I'm putting that in quotes for my own sake. That they didn't put that, but primarily for commercial customers and advanced users seeking the update. So these are for people that actually want to seek the update according to Microsoft. And so the commercial companies, I'm sure it can help them make sure that these C and D releases that are going to be eventually a Patch Tuesday release actually operate properly with what they're using and their hardware, etc. So it can help Microsoft kind of flush out testing in a multitude of devices. So it's interesting to see Microsoft go this route, but it's also good that if you want to go and seek those updates, you can by clicking check for updates. Most users should not need to do that. However, Microsoft gives you the opportunity, if you want to test these out, to be able to do so. So just beware that if you, in third and fourth week of the month, if you go into Windows Update, click check for updates, you're getting these, pre-releases for the Patch Tuesday that may or may not have issues. Now, we've also seen some B releases with issues, but hopefully overall, the B releases are where you should be at. And you shouldn't have to click check for updates. There's also on-demand updates, and these are for, if Microsoft found a major issue, guess what? They're patching it as soon as they can, and they're getting it out to you. And each of those B, from what I understand, the B and the immediate releases are automatically going to be pushed to you, and you don't even have to click check for updates. It'll probably notify you, hey, restart your computer here now, we have updates. And that should be it. For most users, please just do that. It should be the easiest overall. You don't have to be calling your tech friend up and saying, hey, can you help me fix this? So I still appreciate the phone calls a lot. I hope hopefully that am able to help you out. But if you have any questions, post them in the comments below, and I'll help answer them as well. But overall, most people shouldn't even have to click check for updates. Your computer should just update. Should be okay. For those of you seeking stuff, now you kind of know which update you're going to get. Microsoft also went into a little bit about their testing. I want to just summarize it here, is that they got a lot of internal testing. They said that hopefully with the regression manual that they get most of the hardware capabilities and kind of flight it. They do not release the security updates of Patch Tuesday before they're released to the general public because they don't want anybody to reverse engineer them. Makes sense. So that's a good thing. We don't like to create more insecure computers before the patch actually gets out. And then Windows insiders hopefully can get a big group of computers that Microsoft doesn't normally test on that reflects the real world so that they can kind of gauge on how well the update's going to uptake before they release it. I'm part of the Windows Insider program, and I do file feedback. Hopefully, as this progresses, it gets better and better, and the updates get better so we don't have some of the issues that we've seen like with the October 2018 update. Yeah. But Microsoft is monitoring, and they have live site validation testing. They have customer support and feedback channels that they monitor to make sure that there's not a multitude of issues flowing in once an update is released. And they also monitor social media and forums, and they're using machine learning to try to filter out some of the stuff that they're getting to make sure that there's an actual problem there and get down to it as fast as possible. So hopefully with all of this out there, that Microsoft is going to be improving their update process. A good thing to take away is make sure that, during the month, that if it asks you to reboot, it's probably just a Windows update. And then that they automatically happen themselves. If you're seeking updates, now you know which weeks are what, and you can go and click check for updates if you are seeking them. And then the testing, and if there's something wrong, make sure you report it so Microsoft can get that feedback and fix the update before it goes out to more users, and more users have broken computers. So hopefully this kind of clears it all up. I know that now I understand maybe some of the weeks a little bit better than what Microsoft was doing before. And hopefully if there's somebody that now comes to me and they said, I just clicked for updates and this is what happened, I can kind of pinpoint what it is and hopefully replicate it as well. If you have questions about this or anything else, post in the comments below. I will try to answer the best of my ability. If I am unable to answer it, I'm sure somebody here in the community will be able to answer it as well. But I do want to thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to help Gray Overload grow. I really appreciate it. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.